Mining. Easily the most boring skill in Hypixel Skyblock. This is because mining is and will only ever be mining blocks all day. Luckily for me, I came from a hardcore prison server, so I'm used to doing that. The only thing I didn't like was how long it was going to take. Me and my Coop InHumanly set out on a quest to create the most efficient mining farm ever to exist on Hypixel Skyblock. To understand how we did this, we must start from the beginning of mining. 75% of you guys aren't subscribed, so what are you doing? Subscribe so I can get YouTube rank. At the end of my movie The Takeover, I mentioned if I got 5k likes, I would be grinding for fishing 50. Well, let's just say not everything played out the way it was planned. If you remember, Technoblade used tactics such as deception to remove attention from certain aspects of his potato farm, such as lying with the number of potatoes he was getting a day. This was to throw off Squid Kid, and guess what? It worked. Now all I had to do was the same thing to you guys. Sites like Skyleo made this so much harder, as you can see what I am using. I needed something to disguise what I was wearing, and so the light goal for fishing 50 was made. This was not for fishing 50, it was for mining 50, and you will see why further in this video. So if you're not aware, me and akinsoft used to be in a co-op together. July 25th, 2019, akinsoft uploaded the miner XP on Quack video. This showed how we made the first cobblestone generator on the server. This farm at the time was the fastest way to get miner XP. This was because everyone was mining cobble inside places like the gold mine in order to get as much miner XP as possible. When people realized that a cobblestone generator was the way to go with miner XP, person could then stack 4 cobblestone generators on top of each other. This was theoretically twice as fast as the farm that akinsoft and I came up with. This was because a person was moving at a slower speed, however mining 4 blocks in one column instead of 1 block. This farm was that efficient and easy to make that is still used till today. With the release of the season of Jerry, this paved a new way to a brand new minion. This was the snow minion. A snow minion can only be obtained through opening gifts instead of crafting, which is very unique. This meant that a snow minion at the time was worth a considerable amount of money at level 1. The thing which is good about snow minions is that a snow minion has got the fastest action time on the server. This meant that when it was combined with diamond spreading and a super compactor, diamond spreading gives the minion the bonus around every 10 blocks the minion mines, it will give 1 diamond. This with catalyst as a fuel will give 3 diamonds every 10 blocks mined. At the same time, the minion gets around 4 snowballs every action, so when 10 blocks mined with diamond spreading, the minion generates around 40 snowballs and 3 diamonds. This turned out to be the fastest minion in terms of getting miner XP while completely AFK, and you don't even have to lose that much money with running catalyst. This was because the diamonds and snow when sold made up for a considerable amount of the money spent. This was also when the miner XP boost pots were released to the game. This meant that snow minions were immediately 20% faster when used with the miner XP boost potion. The fastest way to get miner XP at the time was using snow minions while at the same time using a stacked cobblestone generator. With both of these, you would want to go ahead and use a miner XP boost 3 potion and a silverfish pet. At level 100, the silverfish pet gives an extra 30% miner XP boost. There was also the race to average skill 50 at the time with Fort and Linman. Fort's method of mining was diamond minions, and a farm which you can move left with. This was about the speed of 160k per hour. InHumanly and Hasco were in a call one night and were making new mining designs that were revolutionary, which were never seen before. When fishing, the diver set is normally worn as it gives extra sea creature chance. Another thing it does is propel a person in water. Now this is usually overlooked when using it, however InHumanly didn't quite think the same. The first way InHumanly did the farm required 2 main things. This was holding left click and holding W and moving your mouse. Here is how the farm was laid out. The farm looked ordinary, and that's because it was. Instead of holding A and D, he thought it would be more efficient to go through the diamond. This turned out to be correct, as there was a lot of lost mining time while mining and moving to the sides. This was because a person could move on to the next block without actually mining it. This was affected by things such as server TVS, which is known not to be the best right now. In the new design, as you mine forward, this is completely ignored. A person can also increase the speed by moving these teleport pads forward. This is faster because you teleport faster and still get to mine the last block. This was an increase of XP gain by 2% to get around 160k XP per hour. The farm V2 was where InHumanly and Hasco worked together. This was when InHumanly incorporated Hasco's diver's design into his mining design. Now a diver's propels a person, and this means that a person no longer needs to hold W. They only need to hold left click to mine and move their mouse. Now another thing that Hasco actually figured out was that if a person moved 30 blocks, they could actually mine without the need to move their mouse. This was absolutely genius. This meant that I am able to hold left click and just do that. So why didn't I tell you guys earlier? Well, I'm sure if the admin saw how divers were being used, they would nerf the set to only work on public islands. They would also fix the water streams, and I'm sure that it would bring a lot more F11 minings to the server, as you only needed to hold left click. Another reason this farm was faster than other farms was because this farm only required 20 to 11 diamond minions, whereas Hasco required 24. This was because Hasco's design needed to use 2 minion expanders, which needed a sign to split each minion to stop it from placing a block where the gap was. This was to allow the divers to flow smoothly and prevent the user from running face first into the block. Hasco's farm was 10% slower than my farm. We also allowed each minion to fill. The minion would only be able to place blocks with the farm using only 20 diamond minions instead of 24. This meant that we were able to have 4 snow minions down while we farmed. We were getting another 6k XP per hour. In total, this final farm made around 108k XP per hour, which was considerably faster than a cobblestone generator. The fuel that we used for the diamond minions were 3 foul flesh if we had 20 diamond minions placed down, or 1 hamster wheel if we had 24 diamond minions placed down. At the end of the day, this just comes down to what you value more, money or XP. I'm sure you're wondering why we chose to lay out the farm like this. Well, let's just say it was the most compact way to lay out the farm. As you remember, each section could only be 30 blocks long for the server to recognize that you are starting a new section. To do this, we use teleport pads. Teleport pads can change the direction you look. When we are mining and get to the end of the section, we use teleport pads to make us do a 180-degree turn into the other section. This is used to register the mouse movement detection that Skyblock has. During the night is where snow minions were proven to be better than using diamond minions. This was because they would make more XP overnight than diamond minions do. So we found out that if we use 3 fire flesh in the daytime, which gave us 15 hours of mining, we could use 3 catalysts at night to give us 9 hours of AFK. This farm had 0 downtime and was the most efficient mining farm ever made. Because of this reason, this gave the user an extra 187.5k XP overnight. This is around 1 hour of manually grinding, therefore this was considerable for AFK XP. So recently, while recording this video, the admins rolled out a patch to stop F11 mining. This was by stopping teleport pads and water from updating the anti-AFK mouse movement that Hypixel has. This means that the farm is no longer a just hold left click farm, it's a hold left click and move your mouse a little farm. This is still the fastest way to gain miner XP, considerably faster than snow minions and the cobblestone generator. This farm still generates 160k XP per hour and requires the least amount of effort out of all the possible farms. The optimal way to set up this farm is 1 minion expander and 1 fly swatter. However, 2 minion expanders can be used. If you want to see how the farm is set up, you can visit my island. Remember to put a launch pad under the teleport pads, otherwise you won't be able to teleport. Make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe to the channel because we are super close to YouTube rank. Thank you so much for watching and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Peace.